All right, guys, we're going to be doing some calculations today on determining all solutions to polynomial functions. And in doing so, we're going to look at a graph and we're going to do some division and do some equation solving here. So it says, consider the polynomial f of x equals to x to the fourth minus 3x squared minus 4. It says, what are the possible numbers of zeros based on the degree of the function? So based off of the degree, we want to know the zeros. Well, we know that this is a fourth degree polynomial. And because it is a fourth degree polynomial, we know that it should have 4 x-intercepts, 4 x-intercepts. So let's go ahead and look at that in Desmos. So I'm going to take x to the fourth minus 3x squared minus 4, and I'm going to plug it into Desmos. Boom, there it is already set up for us, thank goodness. And if we look at that, you can see that it should have 4 x-intercepts, except for the fact that it actually does not in this case. It is actually only showing 2 x-intercepts, which are both -2 and +2. So -2 and +2, okay? So it says, looking at the graph, what are the x-intercepts? We know that x equals to +2 and x equals to -2. And because it's a fourth degree, and because it is supposed to have 4 x-intercepts, we have 2 here. Okay, that means that there are 2 complex and imaginary x-intercepts. So what we're going to do for the next section of this problem is we're going to actually determine those 2 complex and imaginary x-intercepts using algebra. Okay, so the first thing we do is we go ahead and set up. I'm going to find my x-intercepts where the x is 2 and x equals -2. Okay, and I'm going to pick one to divide out from the original equation. So I'm going to write down the factors. So the factor is x minus 2, and the factor for this one is x plus 2. And we are going to start with this one right there. So I'm going to divide out x minus 2. Let me put that minus right there. And then when I divide that out, I'm going to be left with another equation. So in this case, I'm going to start with that. And we have the rest of the equation, which is x to the fourth, 0x cubed. Notice that x cubed is missing. Okay. And then I'm going to write 3x squared, which is negative, and 0x. Notice x is missing. And then I'm going to write -4. And once we have that, we can go ahead and draw the rest of our lines for our area model. Okay. At this point, we're just going to do the basic division that we've been doing the entire time. So I'm going to take the x to the fourth. I'm going to slide it into the spot. And then I'm going to say, what do I multiply x by to get to x to the fourth? We know that is x cubed. Then I say, okay, well, let's multiply x cubed by -2. That brings us -2x cubed. And I say, I change that intersection line to an addition. I say, what do I add to -2x cubed to get 0x cubed? That is 2x cubed, okay? After I do that, I'm going to say, what do I multiply x by? What do I multiply x by to get 2x cubed? That is 2x squared. Okay, 2x squared times x is 2x cubed. And then I bring that down. 2x squared times -2 is -4x squared. Again, I change this to an addition sign, that intersection, and I say, what do I add to -4x squared to get -3x squared? So -4x squared plus 1x squared will give us -3x squared. And then I say, well, what do I multiply x by to get 1x squared? That is 1x. So I have 1x times x, which is 1x squared, 1x times -2, which is -2x. And I need this to add to get to 0x, which is 2x. Okay, what do I multiply x by to get 2x? That is positive 2. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times -2 is -4. There is no remainder. Okay. Then we've already worked with this one. We need to take our final answer that we have, and we need to go ahead and divide out the next one, which is x plus 2. I'm going to do that over here. X plus 2 goes into our next piece, which is x cubed plus 2x squared plus 1x plus 2. And I'm going to go ahead and draw those back in. So there's that. And I'm going to do the division one more time. So I bring in the x cubed, x squared times x is x cubed, x squared times 2 is 2x squared. I add the addition sign in there and I say, what adds to 2x squared to get 2x squared? That is 0x squared. Once I've got that, I say, what do I multiply x by in order to get 0x squared? That is 0x. So 0x times x is 0x squared. 0x times 2 is 0x again. Okay. Then I do the same thing. I put my addition sign. I say, what do I add to 0x to get 1x? 1x. Okay. And then what do I multiply x by in order to get 1x? That is 1. And then I have 1 times 2, which is 2. Notice no remainder. So we have now divided these two statements out. That means that we have a factored form, which is essentially x minus 2, x plus 2, the two original. And then we were left with the same thing, which is x squared plus 1. That is the one that is right there, and that is equal to 0. Now our goal was to find the x-intercepts. So our x-intercepts are 2, -2, and then the last thing I need to do is take this x squared plus 1 and solve it. So x squared plus 1, I want to set it equal to 0 because I'm looking for the x-intercepts. And so I subtract 1. X squared comes out, we get -1, and we take the square root. X comes out, and the square root of -1 is I, but it is plus or minus I. It is the positive and the negative version of I. Remember, the square root of -1 is an imaginary number. So I would say x equals to plus I, x equals to minus I. Hope that helps you out. I know it's a long process, but I know we can get it done. You guys can handle it. Y'all have a great day.